commas are the most common mark, and they're going to pop up in tons of situations. So you need to learn the basic rules, because even experienced legal writers misuse these marks all the time, and then follow those basics unless you have a really good, purposeful reason to break the rules. First, commas can set off introductory phrases that are not part of the core sentence, but no need to use a comma with really short one-word introductions. While jumping for joy, comma, Jory snatched the cookie from the plate. So that first modifying phrase that adds context to the independent clause, Jory snatched the cookie, we set that off with a comma. But no party signed the agreement. Because but is so short, even though it's not part of that independent clause, there's no reason to use a comma. Next, commas set off phrases or clauses in the middle of a sentence, sometimes called subordinate clauses or interjecting clauses or phrases. And these, again, are not part of that main independent clause of the sentence. Jory walked aimlessly, wondering where he was, and eventually sat down. So you could just say, Jory walked aimlessly and eventually sat down. So that interjecting phrase or clause we can set off with commas. Commas also set off lists of 3 or more, and they also set off dates. So Jory loves cookies, cakes, and pizza, December 15th, 2022. But note, in the first example, the list example, putting a comma before the and, called the Oxford comma, that's not going to be standard practice everywhere. It's become mainstream in the US, but just know that some folks disagree with that approach. Next, another common way we use commas is to separate 2 independent clauses with a coordinating conjunction. Importantly, if you have 2 independent clauses, you need some sort of conjunction or another mark, because if you don't use a coordinating conjunction or another mark, just the comma, it's going to be called a comma splice, and that's not proper. My family bakes together every night, comma, and we then get to enjoy everything we make together.